Hey guys, Letter Magic here, and I've got a crazy news story, and not just that, but it's an interview with the person who was involved with it. Say hi, Big K, which is the username I'm giving you.
Hey, what's up?
All right, so he's calling in all the way from the other side of the planet on Canada. Don't think too hard about that one. So, you work at a local gaming store, right?
That is definitely correct.
Cool, and it's one of the bigger ones, right, in your area?
Yes, for sure.
All right, we're not going to say where it is, but okay, you guys read the title. So a couple days back, he had somebody walk in with not one, not two, but 12 Black Lotuses. Here's the picture. Now, what was your first reaction to that?
So technically, it wasn't me that was buying these. I'm usually work in the back, and so somebody else in the front was dealing with this. But once I heard about that, I definitely ran out front and was like, "Wait, what?"
All right, and this came in as part of a much bigger lot, right?
Yeah. This was from a collection drop off. The person had a bigger collection for sure. It was a lot of older cards, so he was definitely a player from way back when.
Oh, cool. All right. And, well, if you haven't caught on by the other pictures I'm putting up, yeah, here we go. This one will spoil it. It's a little bigger than a normal card. And so these are promos, and I believe they're from 1996. And I'll just let you explain it. You guys know I started playing in like '03, so. Or no, good lord, 2013, pardon me. So where did these come from originally?
Right. So originally, the Black Lotus oversized card that you see here was in available in the July 1996 issue, which was number 15 of Scry magazine. That one was mostly about a pricing guide, and then it had some like strategy tips and stuff about Magic. And so this was one of those oversized cards that would be put in with the magazine, and then the magazine would actually be in like one of those plastic bags. I don't know if you remember that, but yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing stuff like that. That's wild. So at the time, did people think, oh, I get it, it's a dumb gimmick? Because I remember even in like '94, I think a Black Lotus was like 20, $30.
Yeah, at the time, I actually have no idea. The interesting, well, mildly interesting bit about this is that the July 1996 issue is 4 months after the reserve list was created.
Oh, okay. I knew that
But
magazine name sounded familiar because I know it was about
yeah,
that time, yeah.
but the other mildly interesting thing is that like special promos and oversized cards like this that are of reserve list cards are totally fine for Wizards to print.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, they said they wouldn't do playable promos, but they might do non-playable promos, right? And I think they even changed that if I recall, and just said
Yeah,
free for all digital.
yeah. Originally, they did say like all promos would be acceptable, but then they reprinted like something in one of the From the Vaults, if I remember correctly, which was a reserve list card, and then people were just like, "Hey, no, that's bad." So they changed their thing to be like just like non-tournament legal cards or
Okay.
version.
Well, now, okay, I might as well, if you didn't already look it up, I'm sure everybody just opened another browser tab and was like, I'm looking it up. How much is these worth on the open market?
It really depends on condition, as you could probably imagine. It's a
Oh,
Black
yeah.
Lotus, but like yeah, even the oversized one card. Even the oversized card of the Black Lotus, if it's like near man, sells for like $300 easily.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's 300 Canadian. I've seen them a little bit, at least the asking price higher than that in eBay history. Some people have some pretty pristine ones for upwards of like three, four, 500. But I've seen some really trash ones that were I think they were asking like 150 or something like that, like some really beat up ones. So these
Yeah, for
are
sure.
6 inches by 9 inches, right? So they're bigger. I mean, they're obviously, you can see by the one I have up on the screen that they're bigger than like a promotional, or not a promotional, but a front card from the old Commander. Um,
Yep.
I don't know. That looks bigger than 6 by 9. I guess it just isn't. Yeah, because a card is 3 by 4, so that would be about 9 by. Yeah, there it is. I don't know. Funny lens stuff. You guys know how that works. But yeah, are you guys gonna hold them or sell them or what you thinking?
We are listing them for sale, but I don't really expect anybody to come in and buy them.
Ha! I'm showing up Monday morning. I'm
That would be
actually
cool.
outside the shop camping out right now, shooting this live.
That's a little creepy. I don't know if you'd survive in the -40 blizzard we got going on right now.
Ooh. Oh, 40 Celsius. Oh, that's like,
Yeah.
that's Weenie Hut, general -40. That ain't no real, I've been out -40. Do you know anything about how the person acquired this many?
Not exactly. I know that he was like a longtime player, so he probably played back then and like acquired them when they were released. But he also probably just collected them over the years, right?
Yeah, I suppose if
He
you get
didn't.
12, I mean, who has like 12 friends that all picked it up, all didn't want them, and they're all
Yeah,
different conditions. So,
yeah,
yeah, I could see that. They look like they have different ink too, so it might have been, slightly different from the same run. But they only made these once, right? They're all from just that one place.
yeah. As far as I know, yeah, just that one 1996 issue.
Wow. So, you said he was selling his collection. Do you have like a ballpark of what the like market value of the whole collection was?
Unfortunately, no, I didn't overhear that part of it, but I expect it was in the couple thousand range.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't just these and like two other cards. It was like, oh, I'm selling some serious stuff.
You're right. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, like he did bring in a whole bunch of other oversized cards like that as well.
Oh, there were others. Okay.
Yeah.
What were the others? I'm curious.
I sent you a list earlier. It was basically a whole bunch of alpha and beta style cards. He did have four of the never printed in paper cards because it was the Chandelar game exclusive card because it would physically only work in the Chandelar game.
Oh, I've even played Chandelar and I've literally never heard of that. Do you know what the card does or what the name is?
Yeah, it's the Aswan Jaguar. It is a 2/2 summon Jaguar for 1 and 2 green. When it enters the battlefield, choose a random creature type from those in target opponent's deck. And
Oh,
then
wow.
pay 2 green, tap it, destroy target creature of the chosen type.
Oh,
So like
that's
it physically just
cool.
would not work in paper.
Oh man. So are those more expensive than the Lotus or are people like that's not even a real card and it's worth less?
Yeah, it's like significantly less than the Lotus. It's like, I don't know, 30, 40, $50 for a near mint one probably.
Oh geez, I should get one.
Yeah, it's pretty neat, you know?
So, has anybody ever walked into your store and tried and sell you either a real or a counterfeit Black Lotus of any other set?
I'm positive that's happened before. Most likely
Wow.
counterfeits. We do have a near mint collector's edition Black Lotus in stock.
Oh my gosh, how
Only
much is that thing worth?
just 7,500 in Canadian.
Oh my gosh. Jeez, I mean, people appreciate it for being the best of the best card, allegedly. I kind of get that, but I've seen some other gold border stuff and some other like collector's edition stuff that ain't worth that much. I mean, it's up there, but wow, that's nuts. Oh
Yeah,
man,
and for
so the other oversized ones, did they come from the same magazine?
there was one, two, three other cards that were available in magazines. There were Chaos Orb, which is a
Ooh.
fantastic card. Jester's Cap, Juzam Jin. I have no idea if I'm saying that correctly, and Shivan Dragons.
Oh,
Those
of
were all
course. Gotta do Shivan. If you haven't heard of Chaos Orb, it is an actual card. It's no longer legal, I think, in any format. But you have to like flip it in the air, and whatever cards it lands on, they're destroyed. So you would want it to be oversized. So that's hilarious. Now, still, the oversized cards, I think even back then, were not legal for play. Obviously, I mean, you got one of those in your hand, somebody would be like, "I wonder what that is." And it's probably one of 4 cards. But that is hilarious that they made it like frisbee sized.
Yeah, it is fantastic. I wanted to pick one up, but yeah, it's a couple $100.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah. Ooh, another interesting thing about Chaos Orb. If you somehow turn it into a creature and then mutate stuff onto it, you would flip your entire mutate stack with the Chaos Orb.
Oh my god. Boy, things were different back then.
Like apparently back in like the early days of Magic, for tournaments, they were really big into giving away oversized cards as like tournament prizes. So a bunch of these oversized cards, like the
Oh.
islands and forests, like basic lands and stuff like that, that he had, were from like an arena league participation for 1997. They did seasons back then, so like if you got first, second, third, or fourth, you got a different oversized card,
Oh,
which
that's
was
cool.
pretty neat. Yeah, and then like the enthusiasm for oversized cards just like fell at the end of 1997, so they just like kind of stopped making them.
Well, I could see, you need a custom binder sleeve and all that. It's like, well, how do you keep them, and carry them around? And so now they got stuff for that, but I mean, way back in the day, like way back, they didn't even have card sleeves at all. It was like normal size, so they obviously didn't make them for these. So, I think people were over them pretty quick, and then they stopped. Although, do you guys own any of the like? I don't even know what they'd be called, but the turbo big size ones, like the 3 foot by 4 foot ones or whatever that they hand out at like big tournaments.
Oh, those giant ass ones.
Yeah.
No, we do have a couple like uncut sheets of like random foils and stuff like that on display, but I don't think we have any of those super giant tournament winnings.
I think really those were only given away that I recall, it might have been different before this, as like they would do spoilers at like a Comic-Con kind of event and they would bring them up on stage. That's at least lately where I know they came from. But some of the older ones I thought they used to send out to stores just as like promos, Some of them I think were even the card back and you're supposed to put them in your window or whatever.
I mean, talking about cool stuff that they used to do. So there were some oversized cards that were given away at Wizards of the Coast Caravan tours, which apparently were like the actual like developers of Magic going to like a local game store and being like, "Hey, we're gonna be here," and like do a little interview or like sign cards and stuff like that. So they would like bring oversized cards with them.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What's that? Is this Homeland's card trade caravan was apparently like made to like reflect that.
Oh my gosh. Would they show up to like real events and it was planned, or would they just like drive around randomly and just like show up to kids' bar mitzvahs and stuff?
I'm pretty sure it was planned. Like I tried Googling this for like 5 minutes, didn't really find that much information. I was like, yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, well, welcome to my world. That's how it always goes.
Yeah.
If it predates, high bandwidth internet, it doesn't exist on the internet. That's a shame. Wizards has all kinds of crazy stories from back then, but it's hard to find stuff about that. And I didn't play back then, but I'm glad I got to interview somebody who did. So thanks for hopping on Discord and doing this interview. And my last question, though, is are you secretly the narrator of the Dark Docs channel?
As the Korean War broke out in 1950, the U.S. Air Force desperately needed a medium-sized bomber.
Yeah, no problem. I wish? ? I don't know that channel.
I'm just saying, leave a comment down below, everybody. Doesn't he sound like the guy from Dark Docs? Which ironically sounds like my friend Steve, too. He just kind of sounds like everybody, but you sound like him, too. Like a suspicious degree.
Well, that's a mystery for another time.
Well, that's it, everybody, for the strange story of the Canadian store that is now, I guess, in possession of what I would assume is the biggest single collection of oversized Black Lotus 1996 magazine promo cards. It's something I didn't even know I wanted, but now I do. This actually reminded me, I own 0 oversized cards. Like, literally 0. I don't even have 1 commander card. And I usually collect weird stuff, too. I got a collection of purple foils. So yeah, I guess people weren't kidding when they said the enthusiasm fell off for the oversized cards. But anyway, that's the story. Thanks for the interview, and I'll see you guys next time.